We've been doing the course now for about 5 years. This is the, I think, 10th cohort we've had. Brought into being about 5 years ago because we felt that bid managers need to have a rather more structured formal education and training, and we've been improving and investing in the programme ever since.
I've found the CIBM course absolutely amazing.
I really enjoyed the course because not only was it something that helped me to make concrete what I already knew and fill in those gaps about the industry and regulations and policy.
The fact that 14% of retail is now online is something I didn't know, and sort of reflecting on why and how that's gone from 0 to 14% in quite a short space of time. So there's quite a lot that kind of forces you to think about in terms of the high street, the retail environment.
Today we've got the final presentations of a dozen students who've been doing the Certificate in Bid Management. They spent the last 3 months researching and they've done a written piece, and now they're making a 20-minute presentation to a panel on exactly what their research has been doing and what it's led to.
I found my presentation went well, I think. I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, it was good.
I admit to being nervous about it.
It was great to present to the panel.
And actually I was spending the time talking about a subject I was really interested in. I'd just written a 3,000 word report on it, so it was great to be able to talk it through with people that had read it and knew the industry.
I think it gives you a little bit of kind of credibility and kudos in terms of, you know, being part of a wider bid industry. I think the relationships that we've formed and the people we've met will be really valuable. So as a sounding board, as a group of people that we can try ideas out with and talk to, you know, and the idea that actually we are connected to other bids and we can learn from each other, we can talk to each other. That's probably the most valuable thing for me.
It's going to show that I've been through a process of understanding about the regulations, the industry, some tips and hints about how you market your bid, how you monitor your suppliers and your contracts.
It will be really helpful when we go to ballot in 2020 because a lot of what we've learned is about the ballot process and leading up to it, so that's been really useful for me and I'll certainly be applying the lessons there.
To get 10 bid people talking about their businesses, doing their research on how it's going, how festivals are going, what's the return on investment of particular projects, what's happening about rough sleeping, what's happening about collecting money to help businesses, all those topics have been covered.
And it's going to be really valuable when we go to our second ballot at South Bank Bid next year. All the knowledge I've learnt and all the experiences that others have shared with me will be hugely valuable as we build the proposition to launch the second term for the South Bank Bid next year.
I would definitely recommend the certificate to others. I think it's been a really great course. We've learnt lots of new information and I think it's really beneficial.
I have already recommended the certificate to other people. My marketing manager at Watford Bid, I'm actively encouraging her to sign up and do the course again, and I would certainly recommend it to anybody that works in the bid industry.
It's becoming well respected. What's interesting is to start tracking through students that did it in the very early days now to see where they are. And we've got 1 or 2 students running really large bids, running big professional bodies across the country. And it's really gratifying to see that.
I would recommend it to other people. I think it's a really good course to do, particularly if you're quite early on in working in a bid. And I think it's not specific to sort of managing a bid. I think the name of the course is slightly misleading in that regard, and that actually it's quite helpful for you whether or not you're sort of working on operations, on marketing, on management.
There's people at my bid that really need to do this, and I would advise anyone to give it a go.
Started for bid managers, hence the title, Certificate in Bid Management, but what's happened over the last 4 to 5 years is that each year 1 or 2 people have come on that aren't bid managers, and occasionally we have local authority, economic development people, we have people involved in generally private industry.
There are people who are looking at this and thinking about doing it. It's essential that they put themselves forward and investigate a little bit more about it, because it's fantastic to have a certificate for the work that you do.
It would be useful for anybody that has a role within a business improvement district to attend the course and learn a bit more.
I think it's fabulous that the certificate fits within the industry now, because I think it's important that we are raising our standard, that there's an accreditation for people within the industry to go for.
It's been a fascinating learning experience and a great opportunity to build a network in the Business Improvement District community.
And I also met some great people through the course as well.
I think it's a brilliant opportunity to meet with other bid members especially.
I think the value of the course, I don't think you can question it. It's been amazing, an opportunity for me to be able to do it.
It was a really positive experience.
It was like an awakening as to there is another world out there full of bids,